to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose. I'm locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, I'm all yours. Locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, your will, your will. Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose. Have a collision with purpose, 'cause you know that you're worth it, and your dream is worth capturing. If I'm not living on purpose, then none of it is worth it. My assignment is uplifting souls for the King, souls for the King, souls for the King. I'm locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, I'm all yours. Locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, your will, your will. Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Spotlight. This is the home of Unfiltered Conversation, where real talk is what we do. I am none other than Donna Thompson.
Yes, I'm Dr. Laxter Stevenson, and together we are your moderators. Hi, Donna.
Hi, Doc.
What's up with this high stuff? Are you feeling high? Feel like you want to touch the sky?
I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. It's a
Oh,
wonderful Monday.
Yes, yes. In the spotlight, we are live, and what a show we have for you tonight.
Mhm.
Raw and unfiltered.
Yes.
We're gonna have a conversation tonight, a big one. We have a guest backstage. We're gonna bring her on in our second segment, and I know she can't wait to come on. I see her back there smiling. Big smile. Wow, wow, wow. So what's going on with you, Donna? I see you're in pursuit of your purpose.
Yes. In pursuit of my purpose. I'm telling you, always in pursuit of that purpose, right?
That's a big deal, right? Because unlike what so many believe, purpose is not a destination, is it?
Mm-mm.
No, it's not. It's something that we continue to pursue. It's a journey. It's something we pursue. And, it's one of those wonderful things that when you believe you're there, man, I'm doing what I'm here for, something else pop up, something bigger, something greater, something with more impact. So that is purpose, right? And that's what we do here.
Yeah, that's so true. 'Cause you're right.
That's what we do here.
Mhm.
We're always in pursuit. We're in pursuit, just like Daily Insights Unveiled, right? a personal odyssey to find purpose. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get there, Donna, tell me what's happening. What's going on? What's happening with Donna?
Oh my goodness. So Donna is doing great. I just came back from from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, even though the time went by so fast, but I think one of my great takeaway from my trip was slow down,
Mm-hmm.
live in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the moment, enjoy the time you're spending with the individuals that's in your immediate circle or your surrounding or
Mm-hmm.
your space at that particular time, because life is so precious and time is so precious, and once time is gone, there's no getting it back, right? There's no getting it back. And and that made me realize, like, I want to go home more and just go home and just spend time with my family, the people who mean a lot to me, and really, rebuild those good memories and have good conversations, and just make the most of the time that I have here.
Mm-hmm.
It Yeah, it was very, it really, it kind of had me just kind of like rethink, because I come back, and then you're in the hustle and the bustle, and you want to achieve, and you're after those goals. That's you kind of like have to reassess, right? What's really important in life.
And what is important is in life is to take care of yourself, your family, your loved ones, and those around you.
Hmm.
Yeah, first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we tend to reach out, stretch our wings as far as we can stretch it, and that's awesome.
Hmm.
We got to look within as well. And we start with taking care of self. So
Absolutely.
what good are you if you're not able, if the march of time run out on you, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Caught up with you. When that music stopped, and
Hmm.
those that you took for granted that you did without even thinking, you can no longer do. Now I'm digging in a little bit, and you're talking a little bit about daily insights unveiled. That's
Yeah.
some stuff we talk about in daily insights unveiled. So, but we'll get to that again. But powerful stuff that you're talking about. Your trip to Jamaica, and it was a wake up call for you, right? In many ways.
It really was. It
Mhm.
really was. Like, like one of the things that was very significant for me as well, lots that I did was
Mhm.
I went to the beach.
Mhm.
This was different because I'd go by the beach, but I'd never go into the water. I'd never go into the ocean. And this time I was like, I am putting head and all. I don't care about the hair. I don't care about anything. I'm like, I have to like get in the water and just head and
Mhm.
all in the ocean. And that was really good for me because it's been like over a decade that I've done something like that. Even though
Wow.
I've gone home, but I've always been so busy. I never went to the beach.
You know what's interesting about that? Thousands of people travel to go to Jamaica, go to the beach,
Mhm.
and there you are going there all this time. You didn't see it fit to jump in that water, right?
Nope,
Mm. The things we take for granted.
for granted. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. The things we take for granted. So, yeah, so I know next time you go down there, you'll be diving into that water, that warm, and that water is warm, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't go wrong. Yeah, we should welcome our guests, those who are watching us or listening to us. Just welcome them and say thank you for joining us. This is In the Spotlight, Raw and Unfiltered. And today we're just having a conversation. Donna, myself, we're just having a conversation. We'll get to our guest who's backstage and still smiling, waiting. to come on, and I can't wait to have her on. But Donna, we have something that we're working on, and I'm going to play a quick snippet of that. All right. So let me play it, and then we'll stop, and you can talk a little bit about it. Okay.
Sure.
Wake up to the morning, fresh page, fresh sight, cup of wisdom and hand sparking that light. Dr. Lashley, our guide, with tales to tell, unearthing secrets. Wake up to the morning, fresh page, fresh sight, cup of wisdom in hand, sparking that last light. With Dr. Stevenson's gaze, navigate the depths of wisdom's maze. Knowledge unfolds in its embrace. We stay with Dr. Lashley, leading the way through the annals of time. We walk and learn, each fact a treasure. At every turn, Dr. Stevenson's voice.
All right. So just a little bit about Daily Insights Unveiled, a personal odyssey to find purpose. And you know the thing that got me there? Through the annals of time, we walk and we learn, each fact the treasure at every turn. And that's what this book is about. So Donna, you want to take it from there?
Yeah, so Daily Insights really, it help us, that whole encouragement and guide, right, to life, your finding your purpose, and just helping you to channel through your everyday world, the things that you experience every day, and knowing that it's kind of also a reminder that you're not alone. You're not alone in this walk. And it also invoke questions to where you have to answer, right? You got to answer, there's some questions in there that you got to ask yourself and answer those questions, and just really look at yourself, do a deep dive into who you are, and really, to really bring out that true person that you are. So, Daily Insight, I know it's a very powerful book, and I definitely encourage anyone and everyone to definitely make the investment in getting the book, because it's definitely going to help you along this path that we call life.
When it's available. It's not available yet. It's
available.
But when it's available, it's a book that it's a must read, and it's not just a read. It's a great follow-up to Unearthing You, by the way, because it's a continuation of that, bringing you and taking you on that journey to go within, deep inside of you. And
Right.
we're talking earlier about you going to Jamaica and just seeing the value in just being there, about people that you've known all your life, and how taking stillness, embracing stillness and quiet so you can hear your own whispers. That's, I don't want to give it away, because I want people to read it and and just walk away with what they need to walk away from this book. What I will tell you, it's powerful. It's going to be something when so anyway, so let's take a quick break and then bring on our guests for the evening. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
A collision with purpose, in pursuit of purpose.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Donna.
All
What do
right,
we do now? It's time.
go.
It is time.
It is that time.
Let's bring her on the way we do it around here.
All right. So I am going to just give you a little snippet of who our guest is. And she'll definitely tell you all about who she is because she's a very powerful woman. Very powerful woman. So it's none other than Miss Angela Mitchell. And Miss Mitchell, she is an award winning international best selling author. She's an international speaker, a digital marketing strategist, and a brand marketer coach. And she also strives to empower women to leverage their digital and content marketing so that they can build a solid digital presence and position in their companies for long-term growth. Now, that's a skill that I'm telling you, you got to know what you're doing to be able to do this, right? I mean,
let's bring her on. Let's put that drum roll out there. Let's do the drum roll. Let's bring her on. Let's bring her on.
Hey, oh my goodness. Every time I hear somebody read my stuff, I'm like, who is he? They talking about me?
Oh.
Hello.
Angie, before we go anywhere, did Donna ask you to wear white?
No.
Why are we?
We're all wearing white.
Why? What's going on around here?
That's that synergy, man, because we right here. We right here. That's what it is.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Let's talk to us, Angie. Tell us, who is Angie?
Oh man, who is Angie? Well, I don't know. My name is Angela M. Mitchell. I like to say it that way, but as Donna said, I am an author, international best-selling author. I like to say it all fancy and such. Speaker, digital marketer, but most importantly, I'm just a woman who loves to empower, encourage, and inspire other women to greatness. So that's my greatest attribute is that I'm a woman who loves to help other women get where they're trying to go. That part. So that's me. That's Angie.
Wow. So what is going on with Angie these days? I know you just did some major work, and can you share that with us? Talk to us about your achievements, your most recent achievements.
So, oh my goodness! So it just so happens that March 8th, I believe it was, I launched it's not my first book, but it was my first time as the visionary author. So my first solo project as a visionary author. And so I launched volume 1 of my anthology series, The Art of Womanhood, Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless. Yes. Ooh. So I launched that May 8th. It's more than a book. It's a whole movement, man. It's a movement. There's a docu-view series that goes with it on YouTube. I got 10 amazing authors and some stories from women from 34 to 70, right? So it's an anthology of stories about womanhood, about the art that is womanhood, and about women being our fierce, feminine, and fearless self. So oh my goodness, I don't even know. I'm so excited about. Look, I got it right here, y'all.
Oh wow, nice.
Bam. But yeah, I'm so excited about this project because the reception has just been amazing. It's just been amazing. Women, from everywhere are reaching out like, what is this project? What is this about? Because I think it's so important for women's stories to be told. You know what I mean? I think it is super important. They're not told every day. Womanhood is an art. Womanhood has been under attack as of late. We got folks telling us what we should do, who we should be, what we should wear, what our bodies should look like and all of that jazz. And I just thought, we need to tell our own stories.
Oh, and let me read something here. The art of womanhood grabs you from the very first word and will make you laugh out loud, cry, and maybe even holler a couple of times. Donna, have you read it yet?
No, I have not.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I did order Lynn, something from Lynn. I did order and been going into it. So I really encourage you, Donna, and everyone out there,
Get it.
grab your copy, grab your copy.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and cry or laugh, but do it get it at your risk, because it's very likely that will happen. Powerful stuff, powerful stories in there.
Wow.
Powerful stories. Yes. It inspire and encourage. So that's what we're all about here. Inspiring and encourage. And that's what this book, The Art of Womanhood, is all about. All right, Angie, we'll put it back to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Goodness, this project came about. I first got the idea for this thing for my 50th birthday, on my 50th birthday, which was, God, I'm 51, so almost 2 years ago. And so I don't know, I wanted to go away in the woods. When you turn 50, you're like, oh my God, I'm turning 50. Like, where did the time go? You know what I mean? And I was like freaking out. I was freaking out big time. I'm like, wait, I'm halfway to 100, and let me tell it, I was just about to die. Like, oh my God, Lord, take me now. It's over. I'm 50. So I was going through all the emotions, all the things. And I decided that I wanted to stay in the middle of the woods. So I said, I'm getting this cabin in the middle of the woods by myself because, I need to come to grips with this thing. Like, I'm turning 50.
Mhm.
And so I went to this cabin, y'all, in the middle of the woods. And for those of y'all that have been following me, y'all seen this story, y'all seen the video. I get out there, this dude pull up. It's this white dude with like 6 teeth. He ain't have no shirt on. It's like, for real, y'all, I was deep in the middle of the woods. This dude had on no shirt. He had no teeth. He had a can of beer. So I'm like, is this the place? He like, yeah, this is the place. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I had my dog with me, my little Yorkie, and me and Fifi get out, and I'm bougie, y'all. So we get out, we walk, and I said, what is this? Oh my God, this lady then took me to the back of the woods, and she said, here, the light's been charging all day. I said, well, why the light got to charge? Ain't no light back there? It wasn't no light back there, y'all. It was literally a cabin in the middle of the woods. And I got my black ass out of there because I was not going to end up on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, because they never would have found me. That's how deep in the woods I was. So that was that. On my way home, on this drive home, it dawned on me like, wait a minute, there's got to be some other women who, felt this crazy feeling when they turned 50, because it's a milestone. And that's where the Art of Womanhood came from. So originally it was supposed to be for women like reaching that 50-year-old mark. But then women of all ages started reaching out like, wait a minute, I want to be a part. I want to tell my story. And so I switched it up. And here we are. So it started from a failed, trip to the middle of the woods where I could possibly have been murdered. I don't know, but I wasn't taking no chances. I got up out of there and on the drive.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like I was about to see Angie in one of them movies. Can't fight her.
Listen, y'all, you ain't got to tell me twice. I said, let me get up out of here. They was out there roasting deers and stuff. I wasn't gonna be one of their things. I wasn't. Nah, y'all wasn't gonna get me.
So, but why so deep in up in the woods, Andrew? What made you jump?
I didn't realize it was that deep, though. I knew. I didn't realize, but I feel a connection to nature. You know what I mean? I'm a Virgo, it's an earth sign, so I feel. I felt like I could go in nature and chill out, and recharge and refresh myself. By myself. That's just what I wanted to do. But I didn't expect the cabin not to have a door. There was not even a door. Okay, it was like a porch, and then if you walk in and there was a bed and a ladder with another little mattress up there. I said, who's supposed to sleep in here? So I had to get out of there, and that's where that came.
But Andrew, this is what Donna did to recharge herself. She went to Jamaica.
Oh shit!
Right.
Contrast that with what you did.
Yeah, I decided I was going in the middle of the woods. That was something. That did not work out. But this idea came from that. This idea
Mhm.
came from that whole experience. So that was the best part of it. That was the best part of it. But
Wow.
man.
Wow.
man.
So where did this idea come from? The Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless Virtual Summit. Where did that idea come from?
Oh
And then you can
man, so
tell us
that,
about that. Yeah.
yeah,
Then you can
that's
tell us a little bit
spinoff.
about that.
That's the spinoff. Well, the summit, the Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless virtual summit, is of course a play on the book. But man, women need have reached out to me and said they need something. They're looking for something. Women like in this next phase of their lives, and a lot of times it's like we live our lives and do all of this stuff for everybody else. You know what I mean? Everyone else comes first. The kids come first. The man comes first. The job comes first. The business, everything comes first. And we're not doing things for ourselves. And so the Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless Summit, which women are fierce, we are feminine, we are fearless, but we need to bring all of that out, right? We got to bring all that out. We got to nurture that. We got to revive that. We got to reignite your passion and rediscover your purpose, right?
Mhm.
And so during this virtual summit, we're going to have speakers, these women that are speakers. I ain't going to say who they are yet because it's not time. I can't tell y'all yet. I can only just tell y'all a little bit. But for the women that are going to be coming and speaking, it's not just a summit. It's an interactive summit/workshop. So we're going to be working, right? We're going to work through the fierceness. We're going to work through the fearlessness. We're going to work through barriers. We're kicking down doors in 2024, man, kicking down doors and the barriers that are keeping us stuck. The procrastination, the self-doubt, you know what I mean? The low self-esteem, the lack of confidence, the feeling like it's too late, I'm too old, I can't do this. Yes, you can. And so at the Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless Summit, we're going to get into all of that. And we're going to, dive into why we are all those things. And again, y'all going to do the work, though. We ain't just going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. And we're going to do the work. And so at the end of that summit, you'll have the tools that you need to take that next step in your life. So go write your book, go start your business, go travel the world, leave that messed up relationship you don't want to be in, to help them kids, go do your thing. That's what we're doing at this summit. It's about being whole, the wholeness and the healing of women.
Donna, did you give Angela a preview of Daily Insights Unveiled? Because she's talking about some stuff that is in that book. Daily Insights Unveiled.
Uh-oh.
Much of the self-doubt, all that stuff, is what we're going to overcome, what we're going to direct and help people with. So happy that we have alignment there, and the summit that you're putting on. It's all about purpose and help and just bringing us to where we need to be, right?
Absolutely.
And finding us in us, and defining who we are. Not because society or someone say this is who you should be, but who we are. The question is, who am I? Who am I, right? And that's what it's all about. So that's good stuff, Angie. Good stuff. And for a person who would want to register for the summit, how would they do that?
Well, how you would do it is you would go to backtoher.org. I'll drop the link. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it right here in the comments. I'll drop the link to my website, backtoher.org. When you get there, there's a thing's gonna pop up, right? So it's gonna pop up. You put your email in. You'll download a free mini journal. So you won't, I'll get your email. You'll get a free journal, right? And then you're on the list, and you'll get the notifications when everything comes out. Because again, it's still in the beginning phases. I'm not telling, I can only tell a little bit, but save the date because it is July 27th. So I have that. Save the date, July 27th. Click on the link, get on the list, get on the email list. And that's it, because the information is coming through email. And you can follow me because, I'm all over it. So y'all going to hear me saying it and talking about it and all of the things. All of the things. Man.
It will be nonstop talk until that minute. And as it should be. With the content and the value that you're adding, something we need to put out there, can't hold it back. Just keep on promoting it. Not just because you want to promote it for you, but you want to get people there so they can benefit.
That's right.
What you have, someone is is going to offer them. So
You
so
said it's
that was,
backtoher.org.
Back to her. Oh yeah, let me grab the URL, and I'm gonna drop it right here in the comment.
mhm. Drop it right there. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Okay, perfect.
I drop it. Should pop up in the comments too.
It did.
Yes, it
Yep.
is.
So that's it. Just go right there, get
Feminine.
on the list, and y'all gonna get the information. And it is about women. It is, but fellas, if y'all want to come or buy some tickets for your lady. So get on the list. You might, that might be a surprise for her, because I'm telling y'all, this summit is going to be amazing.
Well, I bought The Art of Womanhood. I'm a guy. I highly recommend it for all people. For all people.
Yeah.
You didn't just write it for women. You wrote it for anyone who believe
Right.
they should, or they need the information and the knowledge. So get it. Get it. That's what's up. So Angie,
Yes.
talk to us before there was The Art of Womanhood. Talk to us about. I want to know a little bit more about you. Your where's Andrew from? Who's just tell me, bring our listeners or audience into you a little bit. Bring them closer to you.
Oh goodness. So Angie, let me see. Angie is a Buffalo native. I'm a Buffalo native. Shout out to Buffalo, New York. I am a mother of 3, grandmother of 3, and man, I've been on a journey, y'all. It's been a journey, I tell you. One of the things that I share most, that I do like to share the most about, is that I'm a woman who lives with bipolar disorder. And have always had struggles with mental health and depression and anxiety and things like that. And so that took a toll. You know what I mean? That takes a toll on your life when you live with those things, especially when they go undiagnosed for so long. Right. So I lived for many, many years not knowing why I would have all these highs and lows and mood swings and, things like that. I've been a mother, first of all, since I was 17 years old. I had 2 kids by the age of 19. So as you can imagine, that was not, that wasn't easy. You know what I mean? It was not easy. And coupled with living with, anxiety and depression and not even knowing what it was. Coupled with those things, I was a person who was angry a lot. I was a woman who was fighting a lot, right? Because I just didn't know what the problem was and why I was so angry all the time and why I was fighting all the time. And I mean, I would fight just as soon as look at you, you might get slapped. I don't know. But, behind that, was always that pain there. Behind that was always that struggle there, but I just didn't know what it was. I don't know. So like I said, I've lived my life a long time living with those disorders, and maybe about 5-6 years ago, somewhere in that time frame, I decided to get check it out. Like, something is not right. I got to see what's going on. And that's when I was actually diagnosed. 5 years ago is when I actually received an actual diagnosis, which made sense. Like, wait a minute. Okay, I get it now. You know what I mean? I understand now. And so from that moment to this, it's just been me just working on me, man. Just working on me, just reinventing myself, right? Going from in 2020 or 2019, like really wanting to take my life because I was so depressed, I had hurt my back and was out of work for a long time and in a messed up situation as far as a relationship and things like that. And so going from there and then deciding to join an anthology and write my first book in 2020. And that's what kind of reignited this whole passion that I had for writing and reignited what I found, right, to be my purpose. That's actually how Back to Her came about. And it started as Out of the Shadows, which was just a group to help women going through mental health disorders or through, anxiety and depression and things like that. It took me a long time to get through that. I struggled with my weight for many years. That's a fight that you fight, boy. And it's hard to, unbig your back when you get into your 30s and 40s and 50s and you struggle with your weight, you know what I mean? For years, that was always a struggle with me. I recently lost almost 100 pounds, right? Yeah, right. That's a whole person.
Mhm.
That's a whole person.
Awesome.
And just things like that. And so that's just just a little snippet. I never kind of know where to go with it, but I just know that, like I said, I'm an advocate for mental health awareness, an advocate for women going out there and finding out, because I know what it's like to live in a homeless shelter. I've been homeless. I've been a woman who lived through domestic violence, through sexual assault, all kinds of things. You know what I mean? All kinds of things that I've gone through over my life that contributed to my mental health disorders and contributed to the anxiety and depression. But a mindset shift and a change in my thinking is what contributed to me getting over that part, right? To completely changing my life. And that's just what's happened over these last 4 or 5 years. Just completely changing the way I think of myself, changing the way I look at bipolar disorder or mental, the mental health aspect of my life, changing the way I looked at my weight and my situation and my life, and just saying, you know what, I just, this ain't where I want to live no more. This ain't where I want to be no more. And just deciding to kind of to give myself to give it over to God, and embracing my faith and holding on to the hope that I know that there was something bigger and better for me. You know what I mean? There was something waiting for me, and it's still waiting. It's still waiting.
So it's on its way.
Yeah, and I'm on that path, but it was a long road, man. It was a long road to get here. It definitely was a long road to get here.
100 pounds, got rid of that something that didn't serve you well.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what it was. I got rid of things, places, people, situations that did not serve me well.
Exactly.
Not
always easy to let go, but you must have the courage to let go.
Yeah.
Another chapter in the book, Donna. Unveil. Insights Unveil. Embrace.
Is that another one? Is that another one?
Embrace the courage to let go was another chapter. Powerful. It's a powerful book. And we're actually having a conversation about the book. The things that you're saying are the things that we covered in the book. It's powerful. We knew you would be the right person to come on tonight, because we know that with what you have to say, there's going to be so much alignment with what we're all about and what this new book is all about, Daily Insights Unveiled. So we have the confirmation testimony here. But in 5 years, what a change.
Yeah, man.
Not an easy decision to make, the change, but it's a decision that you must make.
That's it.
And then the work begin, right?
Yeah, because you got to do the work. I mean, you can think about it, you can talk about it, but if you ain't going to do it, nothing is going to happen. Right?
Yeah. And that's where the journey is all about.
That's it.
Yeah, that's where the journey is all about. Doing the work, getting up tomorrow. And even when there's a little bit of setback or big setback, but there will be those days. You got to get up.
Tell me about it.
You got to get up the next day and dust yourself off and start. Not necessarily all over, but get back on track. Start up again.
That's it. That's the art of womanhood.
Yeah.
That's the art of womanhood, right? That's what makes us fierce, feminine, and fearless. That's the art of womanhood.
Well, that's what makes you fearless. Your experiences, what you've gone through,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
Donna, absolutely. And I think that's what makes us all that way, right?
I see Donna just raging, to ask your question.
I love my Sandy girl.
No, I remember when, because I was in the first anthology, Image in the Mirror, with Angela as well. Two, right. Right. So, I remember her from the books, but hearing like the person she was then, and which I'm quite sure, she always had a great energy and all that good stuff. But I know that when we were working on those projects, just like probably I was, She was more in her world, to herself,
Yeah.
and more of that introvert, right?
Yeah.
And now to see the growth,
Mm.
and that you've blossomed into this like powerhouse. It's really, it's really amazing and it's awesome. But I think it's encouraging for even our audience who are listening, that you may have had adversities in your life and different challenges, just like you expressed, Angie. The things that you've experienced, those life experiences that kind of kept you in that box, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So many years. It's encouraging to know that there is still light at
You
the
never
end.
know.
You just have to step forward, take action, and you too can break those chains, right? Anyone here can break those chains. And I think that's very encouraging for our audience, that regardless of what you're going through, um, sometimes, when people are in things, they think like, no one knows, and my situation is the worst and it's daunting, and
Mhm.
but hearing other people's experience and how they've overcome,
Right.
um, definitely encourage individuals. But with all that said, with all that said, I wanted to ask you, because you said, because you went ahead and you got a diagnosis and everything,
Mhm.
right? And I wanted to ask you, what is your coping mechanism when those moments happen that could set you back? What are your coping mechanisms? And, do you have a support group, or how do you manage those things?
Um, Goodness, I have like a rock solid routine. And it took me a while, to get there, because the thing is, you can do the medication and all of that. But with bipolar disorder, medication, you have the manic highs and you have the depressive lows. You're going to have them no matter what medication you take. It's just a matter of the severity, right?
Mhm.
And being able to recognize and know. So I know, and I recognize when, like, with the highs, I'm on top of the world, and I now channel that energy, and now it's more creative, right? The story of me deciding that I wanted to spend the night in the woods was the result of a manic episode, honestly. And so when I'm in that moment, I'm going to do, that's what I want to do. And so I'm going to do it, right? Sometimes it turns out right. Sometimes it doesn't, right? But I took that energy, and put it into this project. You know what I mean? Put it into developing this project, and marketing and whatever, and creating, right? And then when the lows come, and they're coming, and so instead of reaching for the cookie or reaching, for the food, and the lows will be a result. That's how I gained all that weight. You get depressed, and I'm sitting around eating all kinds of fat snacks and Twizzlers, and that's you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And that's how I was coping. And so instead of coping that way, now I might go get on my elliptical, right? Or I might go for a walk, or I might do, and I not might, every day I do prayer and meditation. I start my day every single day with meditation, with prayer, before I look at the phone, before I open an email, before I do any of those things. I look at my phone to get the Chopra app so I can do my daily meditation, right? And get my daily scripture and do things like that. And that's just it. And just being mindful. I am like super mindful and super aware. And you can't come to me with no bullshit. And that's just it. I'm just so serious. Like, really, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for any of it. You know what I mean? If it's not positive, if it's not beneficial, if it's not something that is just good, man, I don't want your nonsense. And so being able to discern where that's coming, and that's people, places, or things, I steer clear of it. You know what I mean? And keep myself out of harm's way. That's the thing. We put ourselves in harm's way when we allow ourselves to be in some of these jacked up, situations, that a lot of times we find ourselves in. And a lot of times we find ourselves in them because of our own choices. And so you got to make better choices. And that's what I had to do. I had to make better choices, and I have to choose me, and that's okay.
Mhm.
Right? It's okay to choose you, and that's what I do. I choose me and my sanity.
It is absolutely okay and the only way. And let's talk a little bit about self-acceptance, because I'm sure you had to accept certain things about you
Oh yeah.
before you could even deal with them, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, and I want to read something here. Right? It says, over time, the disconnect between who you are and who you portray becomes a source of inner turmoil, leading to feelings
Mhm.
of inadequacy and self-doubt. Is that something you ever experienced?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Trying to be who you are and then who people expect you or who people want you to be. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Because you have, we got all of these roles, right? Mother, sister, friend, grandma, daughter, girlfriend, that. You got all of these roles, and it's who they expect you to be. So people say, as a mother, you're supposed to be this person. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. As a wife or girlfriend or whatever, you're supposed to do this and that. But what about what if that's not what I want to do? You know what I mean? And so you fight against those things, and that's where we end up putting other stuff before we put ourselves, because we too busy trying to fit into the roles, right, and do the stuff that people want us to do instead of being who we want to be. And so, man, I just got to be who I want to be, and whether you like it, I've never really cared, never if you liked it or not. But at this big old age of 51, I really just don't care. So you know what I mean? I don't care what you think of me. That's not my business, right? I just don't care. And when you live your life that way and focus, just focus. So I don't care what you got to say. I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless. I'm gonna do me and do what feels good for me and do what makes me happy. You can love it or you cannot, and I really don't care which.
Hmm. Being able to define who you are is a powerful thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what you did. That's what you had to do to get out
That's
of the place where you was, right? That's what you had to do. And clearly, you did a great job based on the story that you told us, what you went through in 5 years to turn it around.
Mhm.
You on that. Commend you on that. So, and I know it's an ongoing journey.
Oh yeah.
It's a continuous journey, and it's a journey that will never end, because
Mhm.
there's always room for improvement and to be that better you, that person who you define you to be, and that can be changing as well. It's just a dynamic thing. It's moving. It's moving. So again, I congratulate you on that, and just again encourage, if you're listening or will be watching this replay, this is a book that is not just for women. It's for readers, people with
Mhm.
and just understanding themselves a little bit better, and using that new understanding, to grow and to be better.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
We learn very well when we learn from others, don't we?
I agree.
And then that's why your book is so important. So important, so important. So I think now it's a good time for us to take a quick break, right? We've been
Yep.
going. We don't want to burn out Andre in one segment. We want her to come back on with energy, fired up. So I think we'll take a quick break. I'm gonna finish up. We're gonna stay on stage right away. Break right away. So all right, we're gonna stay on stage.
Profound questions with Dr. Stevenson's gaze. Navigate the depths of wisdom's maze. Knowledge unfolds in its embrace. We stay with Dr. Lashers of history. Shouts up and now. He brings understanding. He shows us how. Each episode a journey through minds refined in the world of wisdom. Oh, with Dr. Stevenson's gaze, navigate the depths of wisdom's maze. Knowledge unfolds in its embrace. We stay with Dr. Lash, we leading the way. So raise a toast to
Yes, we always want to raise the toast to those who inspire us, and that's how the thing. And so we're gonna raise a toast.
My
Don,
toast.
and where's my glass? What's going on around here? Oh, I have a cup. A cup of wisdom in hands.
That's it.
That's what the song said. Daily insights unveiled, right? So we're here talking, we're having a conversation with Angela M. Mitchell, digital marketing strategist, author, international, best-selling speaker, everything. She's everything. She's everything. Grandmother. These days grandmothers are looking different. They're not like those.
Listen, I became a grandmother at 34, y'all.
Okay, at 34. So you know what I'm talking about. Then
Wow.
you're a new age grandmother, right?
Something, man.
So now your grandkids are almost as old as you.
Oh my goodness, my granddaughter, my oldest, will be 18 in September.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
It is.
Yeah. I know what it is. What a beautiful thing to be a grandparent, right?
It is.
Anything better? Is there anything better?
No, I don't think so. Not even the kids that they came from. Like the grandkids are better than the kids.
What a beautiful.
I like the grandkids better. You can send them home. You know what I mean?
Special stuff there. None you wouldn't know about that, but
No, I do not.
It is. It really is good.
You can be a grand aunt. But no.
Yeah.
There you go.
Until your time
There you go.
Yeah, you can be a grand aunt. With Angie, with the work you're doing there and the event that is coming up, I'm not sure if you had said when the event was going to be, but can you repeat it if you did?
Yes, I did. It is July 27th. It's, the end of July. July 27th. It's going to be from noon, 12 o'clock to 5 p.m. right now. We got a couple speakers. We're doing a virtual shop, right? So virtual vendors. You got some stuff you want to sell, come on out. We're going to have some fun. You know what I mean? And again, it's going to be interactive. There's going to be, work sessions in between the speakers. We are working. You know what I mean? 2024, man, is almost over. We're halfway through the year. Through the year, right? So a lot of us at the beginning of the year came up with a whole bunch of stuff that we said we were going to do. And some of it got done, some of it didn't. And we're going to do some work at this summit so that this way the second half of your year, right, can be the best half of your year.
Donna said something earlier about time. It's moving.
We have no time, man. We do not have no time to be playing. We just don't. It goes by so quickly, right?
Think about all those ideas, dreams that we've shelved, deferred. We got to get on it. And if they're important, then we should act. Right, they are important, right, and do something. Because Donna, your experience going to Jamaica, and how it brought you back home. Just a simple thing as going into the water. You've gone there and you have not done it. Yet thousands of people fly there just to go into the water, and here you have it at your disposal. We need to be, and Angie, you talk about mindfulness, and that's a big thing. We must practice that.
Yeah.
More than we do. Mindfulness is such an important tool, healing tool.
I agree.
It's such an important one, and all that we've been talking about tonight is healing. It's healing. That's what you talk about mental health being so important to you, and of course, a lot of your what you talk about is based on what you experience. What you experience, and my thing now is the resilience. How do you, get that strength to say this is enough, and how do you find that courage and that strength?
Because, like you said, life is so short. Life is just so doggone short. It's like you either want to do better or you don't. You know what I mean? And it really is as simple as that. You can sit around and daydream. I got tired of looking at the, daydreaming. And I'm not saying I was just like destitute in the doggone street, but if you're not living your purpose, what really are you doing? You know what I mean? If you're not doing what you really want to do, how can you say, you're spiritual, or, you believe in God, or whatever the case may be, and you have these gifts and things like that, and you're not living it, and you're not, you know what I mean? How can you say that and not live it with time as short as it is and life as short as it is? Scared money don't make no money, man. And it's not just, and I say that as a metaphor because it's not just about the money. Nothing is going to happen if you're scared to do it. So whether it's making money, making an impact, making a dress, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen until you just got to get up and do it, because you're going to wake up and it's going to be, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow is 6 months from now. Tomorrow is next year. Tomorrow never comes. Right?
Tomorrow.
That's a movie, isn't it? Tomorrow Never Comes. Is that a movie?
Well, actually, and that's another thing we discuss in Daily Sights and Veil, and waiting for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And never show up. There's a chapter when the music stopped, and we talk things like that. But I don't want to talk too much about Daily Insights, because I want people to get it and on their own. I want to give it away, right, Donna? And
exactly.
But the reason why I'm talking so much about it is because of what you're saying, Angie, and it's bringing me back into the book, because there's so much alignment with what you're talking about. That's why I asked if Donna gave you a preview.
No, that's just the path I'm walking right now. It's all about being intentional and living intentionally, because again, man, you're gonna blink and be 85 if you get there.
Yeah,
right.
It takes some courage to walk the path that is less traveled, that not as many people walk.
Right.
A lot of us fall into, contentment. It's easy. Path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go here because it's easy to go here. Like water, right? Water take the path of least resistance. If it goes up against something, and it'll go around it, find a way around it. Too many of us are like that.
Yeah.
We won't take on the challenge, and yet it is within the challenge that we're going to find our best opportunities that will serve us, right? So, yeah, Donna, tell me something, Donna, because I know with your insights that you have, shed some light.
I don't like everything that Angie's saying is definitely, I definitely can relate to what she's saying, because so many people experience those things. And even a lot of us just going through your early years and someone else trying to define who you are, who you should be, what you should do. And then, then you find that you're living this life just like what Angie, you spoke about. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen a what do you call it? I can't remember the name of the crab, but there's a crab that's in the shell, right? And if you ever come out and you watch them, they'll just keep going around in circles. And sometimes, and it's like, they're trying to find their way. You could put like a lettuce in front of them and put them up the lettuce, and they'll still go around in circles trying to find that food, right? And sometimes spend your life doing that because someone is trying to define who you are and your life. And that purpose is right there in the middle that you should be going for, that's your purpose. But because of all those other expectations and different directions, just like what you said, Angie, whether it's family responsibility, different things, you end up not doing that. And then you end up being 60 something or whatever. And then you're like, oh my God, the light bulb goes off. This is what I should be doing. But now you're like frantic because you're like, I don't have time. I'm running out of time. My clock is ticking. my clock is ticking. I don't have time. So,
Wow.
I think it's where like our generation now, some of us may find ourselves, but I think we're still in a good place to where we can teach the generation behind us and the younger generation and help them not to make the same mistakes or take the same, path that we took. To where it becomes so difficult, like nurturing the younger generation to really find their purpose younger
Mhm.
so that they can live that fulfilled life.
Yes. Yeah, because we travel, we walk the hard road, right? We have so much. We have so much to share, so much to teach.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Angie. Because we travel, we journey along the hard road.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's why it's so important, I think, to share your story.
Mhm.
And that's your testimony, man. It's so important to share it and don't hold on to it because somebody is waiting for it, you know?
Right.
Somebody needs to hear your struggle and know, well, wait a minute, if they did that, maybe I can do this, right?
Mhm.
Exactly. Mm.
Yeah, I
So,
can come out on top.
so if you're listening, watching us, whether it's the live or the replay, you heard it from Angela. Share your stories. Tell your stories.
Yeah.
Share it. Not just because you want to tell someone how good or how bad you are, but because it will make a difference. It will
Mhm.
add value for someone,
Yeah.
even if it's only one.
That's right.
It's okay. Even
That's
if it's
right.
and Donna, I know you and I we've had conversation about self acceptance,
Mhm.
people trying to mold you into who they believe you should be. Yeah, and that's sometimes we fall for it. Too often, I believe we fall for it,
Yeah.
and it's a trap. Because imagine the opportunities, imagine the joy, the happiness that you're missing out on when you
Mhm.
don't pursue you. This, so yeah, Angie, I'm so happy that you're on having this conversation with us and sharing your story because it's bringing back things to me, to be honest with you, that
Yeah.
yeah, missed opportunities for one,
Yeah.
because I've gone down that road where, oh, that's not what I should be, that's not what
Mhm.
what I should pursue. Oh, this won't
Mhm.
work, that won't work. Oh, you can't make a living from that.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Yes. How you doing that? Why you doing that? Now you ain't supposed to do this. Exactly like that. Well, why not? Why not?
Mhm.
Imagine if someone had convinced LeBron, oh, you
Exactly.
can make a living from playing basketball, so don't do
Mhm.
it.
That's
Imagine
right.
if someone
Imagine.
had convinced Michael Jordan,
Mhm.
That's right.
right?
That's
Imagine.
right.
So if that's not evidence out there that if it's something that you want to do, go for it. Give it a shot.
At least give it a shot.
Give it a shot. An honest shot.
Right.
Honest shot. Yeah. Yeah. You owe it to yourself and you owe it to look at all those people that LeBron is helping.
Mm.
And he's doing some powerful stuff out there, right?
Yeah.
Mm. Big stuff, big stuff, big
That's
stuff.
right.
So, Andrew, what else is happening? What else can we look for from you? I know you're having your event coming up. What else can we look for?
Volume 2 is coming. So this was just volume 1. Volume 2 is coming later on this year. Well, yeah, it's not gonna come, but recruiting for volume 2 will be starting later on this year. So the Art of Womanhood, Fierce Feminine, and Fearless Volume 2 is coming. The gala is coming, but that's actually in early 2025. The Art of Womanhood Gala. Yeah. So basically, man, it's just I got a lot going on. I have a lot going on. I still am a digital marketer. I still market. That's my thing. That's one of my first, one of my loves. That's my absolute B. That's my thing, y'all. That's my jam. I am a marketer. I love to market. I love to help businesses get themselves in front of the audiences they want to be in front of. So that's like my number one thing outside of helping other women. And I help women entrepreneurs, and I help them with the digital marketing space and digital products and things like that. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Now, it's
save
not
the
what
date.
you have
Angela,
your
save the
book,
date. Donna, we need to tell her to save the date. February
February
25th.
22nd, 24th.
Let me get the date right. I think it's the 25th, right? 2025
Yeah.
Is that the
Colloquium.
colloquium.
Yes.
Save
Yeah,
the
I'm
date.
saved the date because I
Save the
told
date.
you I'll be there this time, man. I got to pop up. I'm pulling up on y'all. Pulling up in my black ball gown. Let's go.
It is very likely that you will be one of the person talking about one of the chapter in Daily Insights on this.
Let's go.
Because it sounds like you don't need to read it to tell it. You already have it. You to tell.
Let's go.
But save the date. Save the date. February 25th, 2025 at Shiloh High School.
Oh,
A
In
collision
Atlanta,
with
Georgia,
purpose,
correct?
a colloquium, and that's Donna stuff. Those are Donna's words. Colloquium, and the last one was so powerful. I'm telling you, so
I bet. I know it was.
we're starting to play, to post some of the speakers and the speech they gave. And I'm telling you, if you get a chance, they're on Facebook. Some of them, amazing. We missed that event because we were so busy.
you were so busy. Yeah.
I bet.
Listening to them now is just wow. Yeah.
Well, I am looking forward.
And it's no wonder some of the feedback I've been receiving, man, I walk away believing that, wondering, am I doing what I should be doing? People walk away very inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Very inspired. But the thing about people, inspiration and motivation, it doesn't last very long, right?
Right.
And so a book like yours, The Art of Womanhood, is to keep fuel on the fire of inspiration and motivation, right? Keep fueling those things. So we need more people doing this kind of work to add fuel to the fire, to burn that inspiration, energize, motivation, and all that good stuff. We need more of us doing that. And Donna, can you talk a little bit about talking about inspiration and motivation? Because I think you have a good guest here for Today with Donna.
Today with Donna?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm listening here and I'm like, hey, I'm going to have another conversation with Miss Angela on Today with Donna.
Of course.
Yeah. So, we're going to add another part to A Collision with Purpose. Just like how we have In the Spotlight and inspirations. Then we're going to have Today with Donna. And basically just kind of speaking to everyday people, Angie, hearing their story. How did they get to where they are?
Yes.
And really, are they fulfilled where they are?
That's the thing. Are you?
And if you're not, what you're going to do about it?
That's it.
And that's just, it's just really just having, just candid conversations, right? It could, just be with anyone. And I think what kind of sparked something in me where I wanted to do that is because I have this thing with, with feeding people and the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And it always, whenever I see someone and they're not living somewhere, it does something to me.
Right.
And it always, I always look at people and I'm like, what happened to you? What happened in your life?
Yes.
That brought you here. Because it's not, you're looking at people. It's not, they're not teenagers. They're not children.
Right.
They're mostly grown people. Right. So at some point you had to have lived somewhere. You had to have had a job, so something must have happened to have broken you to get to this point.
Right.
And, so that kind of made me, that's kind of what gave me the idea to want to have conversations with people to say, hey, are you satisfied where you are? How did you get to where you are? And it could be anything, it could be you could be doing anything in your life, but are you fulfilled?
Mm-hmm.
You are. So yes, I'm gonna definitely reach out to you.
Well, I'm with it. And that was the idea. That was one of the ideas behind the Art of Womanhood, and that's why I did those interviews with the women as well, because you want to know. You know what I mean? Everybody has a story, man. Why? Why? Let's find out why.
Right.
Yeah. And Donna, as I listen to you talk about today with Donna and questions and the conversations, I'm thinking about the healing element.
Right.
Being given the opportunity to talk it out, to say it loud, what your life's been about. What you can, by talking, you often see very well if you're listening as you're talking, and you'll see which crossroad did you get to, and what made you take the turn that you did, right?
Right.
Because that's so important. If you're able to step back into your life and go back into your life, you'll often see where you made some decisions that you probably shouldn't have made. And that's where reflection comes in again.
Right.
Reflection and introspection, and just listening to the whispers, your voice talking to you, the whispers within your inner self. So yeah, that's as you're talking, I'm thinking, it's big stuff. Big stuff. People won't just be telling their story, but if they are listening to their own stories,
Yeah.
they can learn and grow from it as well. So yeah, let's get it on. Let's make it happen.
I like it.
Yeah. And you have Angela already say, I'm on board.
I'm with it. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So y'all send me my invite so I can say, today I gotta put it on my calendar, honey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, important stuff. But we're clocking, looking at the clock, we're almost at that time. So like we always do, we have one last opportunity to make a closing argument. But before we do that, Angie, we should ask you, is there anything else you'd like to share with us that you haven't said but think it's important to say?
I mean, just as I said, I think, well, I did say it, but I'm just gonna say it again. If there's something you want to do, get out there and do it. Like, we've been talking about time and talking about how we just don't have it, right? So girl, let's go. Get up. 2024 is almost over. Do something for you, right? Do something for you. So whatever that is, start that business, write that book, lead that man, woman, whatever it is, quit that job if that's what you want to do, but do you and make sure you're doing what makes you happy and what sets your soul on fire. Get out there and set your soul on fire, right? And come to the Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless on July 27th virtual summit. Do that.
I tell you are the right person to. You're that model, that example of fierce, right? Feminine, and what's the other word?
And fearless, baby.
You are that person, and you didn't just become that person. You earned that badge. You wear the scars that show that you earned that badge, and that's an important thing as well. A lot of times, too often, we look back and we say, "Man, this happened in my life. I don't like it," but it's because those things happen.
That's it.
Why you're who you are today.
I wouldn't change not one thing, not one. That's
the scars you wear are badges of honor.
That's right.
That's what they are. That's what they are. I'm talking too much about daily insight, so I need to stop. Everything you hear me saying tonight, it's my memory of daily insights and Dale coming up. So I'm learning to talk like that because that's what I'm into these days, right?
Yeah.
Is that, Donna?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is what we're pushing out there. Because it's important. It's important. So Donna, as we're closing, is there anything you want to say to Miss Angela?
Well, I definitely would like to first off say thank you so much for accepting our invite to be on our show this evening. And it's always, it's always such an honor to be in your presence, Angela, because you are your spirit, your energy. I love your spirit. I love your energy. And, you're just authentic. You're yourself. And I enjoy that. And I commend you for that. And, I wish you all the best on every single thing that you're doing. And I know that you are impacting lives. Continue the path that you're on. I know sometimes it may be a little bit challenging, but definitely stay the course because your story is changing other individuals' lives, whether it's a woman or a man, but it is changing and touching people's lives. So continue doing what you're doing. And definitely we'll be sending you an invite so we can have some more conversations.
Thank you. Hey, Joan.
Hey, Elder.
She's got so many names. Elder Joan, cousin Joan.
My sister girl.
Your sister Joan.
My sister, yeah.
You're confused sometimes, don't know which name to call her. But with Donna, you're showing gratitude there, and that's another big word, that we all need to embrace and practice more. And what Donna just said is just all about gratitude. And yeah. So Angie, I don't want to repeat what Donna said, but everything she said is appropriate. Is also what is on my mind when I think about you. The times when I'm in your presence, you've always been so happy, all laughter, and just that kind of person is sending off that good energy, and that is so important. So I just want to congratulate you on your book, Amazon bestseller. You did it. And, you're telling us that you're selling books as far as in Italy.
Yes.
Who do you know over there? You said people are buying it. So that's a big, big deal, right?
Yeah, man.
So just pray that you keep selling them everywhere. Just keep selling them. Folks, get out there and buy it.
Get out there and buy it, y'all.
Right, all the woman, important information in there, content that you must embrace. So I appreciate you. Joan said it's a big deal. Yes, it is. It's a big deal. And
Joan is one of the authors too, y'all. I forget. Yeah,
oh, congratulations!
Oh, Joan up in it. Joan up in that book. Okay. Go ahead, Joan. It's a big deal. Joan is she's good at promoting, right? Yeah. She's a top-notch promoter. She's on it. Big deal. Yes, it is. Big deal indeed. So, Angie, just want to say thank you for coming on and just for accepting our invite. And we hope to have you back on.
I'll be back. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So Donna, you want to take us out?
All righty, sure. So thank you all for joining us this evening on another episode of In the Spotlight and with our special guest, Miss Angie Mitchell. And like always, have a blessed evening, be safe, and make sure you're intentional about your walk and your purpose in life.
That's it. Good night.
A collision with purpose. In pursuit of purpose.